Have you ever felt completely empty? Like, no matter what you do, no matter what you fill your time and your space with, when everything settles, you're always just left with this feeling of emptiness. You don't want to feel that way, so you keep trying new things and hitting the reset button, and it just doesn't work. Well, I've been feeling like this for the past 2 or 3 months. And yeah, this isn't a new feeling. Like, don't get me wrong, I've felt this way many times before and have hit rock bottom more times than I can count. But being in this state for this long, it definitely has taken its toll. Yeah, and the toughest thing is I don't know if this is a new thing, or maybe this has just been lying under the surface of who I am for a very long time. Typically, you know, I've got things to do. I've got good people in my life that I can spend time with. I would usually have a job which I can give a lot of effort and thinking towards. But yeah, I've been out of a job for about 5 months now, and I just have a lot of time to think. Unfortunately, that thinking time has just sat me with the fact that, frick, I feel drained. Even though I don't have a job to give my effort and time to, I feel like weak and quite pathetic. I am a very choleric person. Whenever I do face hardships or challenges, like, there's usually just a switch that I flick and boom, I'm up and running again. Yeah, I've faced enough hardships to know that these tough times don't last. And as long as you're willing to face your problems or face your challenges, like, you can make it through. And yeah, for me, the flicking of the switch, I get an instant reaction from it. I keep my head down, keep powering through, and I'll eventually make it. But over the past 3 months, I've had to flick the switch on too many times. It became bloody exhausting having to flip the switch so many times. And then it's gotten to recently where I've just stopped flipping on the switch. I think the toughest thing is that I'm not just sitting around doing nothing. I exercise regularly. I go out for runs every day. I've been picking up new hobbies. I catch up with my friends regularly. I give a lot of time to my family. Spending time with my nieces is probably the highlight of my day. I read. I work on realist stuff. I try every day to not just sit with this feeling of emptiness. But I don't know. Maybe I'm learning something through all of this. A couple of weeks ago, I made the conscious decision that instead of me just snapping my fingers and telling myself, right, get the hell over it, let's move on, I just told myself, you know what? I'm not gonna harden up. Because that's usually what it is. I'll just toughen up and frickin' power through. But I don't know. Maybe that's just me putting on my mask and trying to break through the mess instead of just sitting in amongst the mess. I'm hoping that there's a lesson to be learned in that. That at the end of all this, I can be content with this feeling. For those of you who know me, I am always striving forward. I'm always wanting to be the best version of myself, not just for myself, but for others as well. Maybe this is my mind telling me that maybe I have to accept when I'm not that guy. That it's okay to feel empty, that you don't always have to be moving forward. Yeah. It feels bloody tough. And I don't like this feeling at all, but thankfully I always have hope, you know? I've got so many good people, so many good friends and family that will accept me in this state. But yeah, when the bloody hell am I gonna accept myself in this state? Hopefully this is a step that I need to make in order to be the realest version of myself. To be content as the guy that is bloody struggling through not having a job and having way too much time to just stay in his own head. But this is where I am. This is who I am. This is the real me.